Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the summer that we've been having so far. And today we celebrate in the church the solemnities of Saints Peter and Paul, two of the great early missionaries of the church, and very important to our Latin rite here in the church. And with St. Peter, I can remember when I was in the Holy Land with my class back on pilgrimage a couple years ago, being really struck by the story of St. Peter, how he grows from this lowly fisherman growing up in the town of Capernaum on the Sea of Galilee to become this great apostle, obviously being commissioned by Christ to be the first pope and being led by the Holy Spirit to be a great evangelist, spreading the gospel, and ultimately dying as a martyr in the city of Rome. And just how awesome it is that the Holy Spirit was able to use this really kind of lowly, insignificant man to achieve great things. And obviously, St. Paul had a few stumbling blocks along the way, getting things wrong throughout the Gospels as he's asking Christ questions, ultimately denying Christ on the night of his passion, but always being faithful to Christ ultimately and growing in love of the Lord and allowing the Lord to form him into this great missionary. And St. Paul, of course, who was never actually met Christ while he was here on earth, and was a great persecutor of the early church. But once again, through this experience that he had while traveling, where he did meet Christ, although in a more mystical sense, and was converted fully to the faith, and became a great missionary himself, becoming the apostle to the Gentiles and spreading the faith throughout Asia Minor and in the more eastern parts of Europe along the Mediterranean coast. And ultimately dying himself a martyr in Rome. And both of these men who died for the faith in the seat of the Roman Empire really laid the seeds for the faith that would grow throughout that empire, eventually kind of taking over the known world, and of course are hugely important to the establishment and growth of what would become our rite in the church, in the Western Church, and the Latin Roman rite of the Catholic faith. And if you've had a chance to travel to Rome, I'm sure you'll have visited both basilicas that are dedicated to St. Peter, obviously with St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, and then St. Paul's Basilica outside the walls a little bit further down the Tiber, and these great monuments to these great saints that helped to establish the church in the city of Rome way back in the 1st century. And it's a wonderful testament to the importance that these two figures played. Especially obviously with Peter being the first pope and establishing that line of bishops, that line of the papacy that extends down to Pope Francis today. So a very beautiful and important feast, and one that we can celebrate as we prepare to continue on with our summer here. So with that, I hope that you all have a good week and have a happy 4th of July with a little bit more normalcy this year, and continue to pray for all of us, and know that all of you in the diocese are in our prayers as well. God bless.